Mr. 3000 Rice Ball Packaging Machine. Workstation installation steps. Unpack the machine after receiving it. The 3 stations pointed by the arrows need to be installed. Rice Ball Loading Station. Installation steps explained. This is the Rice Ball Loading Station. This is what it looked like when I received it. First, take out the screwdriver. Unscrew the screw. Remove the cover and set aside. Step 2. Take out these 2 screws first. After taking out these 2 screws, load the received conveyor belt onto the packaging machine. There are 2 protruding card slots here. There are 2 card positions here in the packaging machine. Insert the card slot into the hole. Here is the positioning hole for the electrode. There is a flat spot on the conveyor belt. Insert the flat bit into the positioning hole. Align the holes and insert them. Insert it in place here, which means that the card slot inside is also inserted in place. Insert it into place so there is almost no gap. Then lock the 2 screws you just took out conveyor belt. There are 2 screw holes here. Insert the screws in. Take out the screwdriver and tighten the screws. Check to make sure these 2 screws are locked in place. Step 3. Install the cover. Place the cover on the screw hole. Tighten the screw. The loading station conveyor belt has been installed. Turn the belt by hand. Prove that the installation is in place without any problems. Labeling station. Installation steps. Explained? This is the labeling station. Open safety door. There are 4 screws here. Take out the screwdriver and remove the 4 screws. After dismantling, there is a positioning line drawn here on the packaging machine. Align the bottom of the label conveyor belt with the positioning line. First, take a screw to fix the label conveyor belt. Then move it back and forth and fine-tune it to the exact position. After aligning, tighten all 4 screws. After installation, there are positioning lines on the sides. There are positioning lines on both sides. You can also determine whether it is aligned here. Label conveyor belt and turntable cannot be next to each other. There is a certain gap. After aligning, just tighten the screws. All 4 screws have now been tightened. There are gaps here too. After the labeling rack is installed, load the label paper. Step 1. Unscrew the black lock. Remove the fixing plate and set aside. When loading label paper roll, pay attention to the direction of the label paper. Pull out a piece of label paper first and keep it for later use. Install fixed plate. Note, there should be a little gap between fixed disc and label paper roll. Make sure the label roll can rotate. Tighten lock. Check whether the label roll can be rotated. Pull out the label paper and pass it under fixed roller A. Step 2. Pick up the magnet holder. Insert the label paper into the gap. Go around to the bottom of the label carousel. The label paper passes under fixed roller B. Put down magnet holder. Step 3. Place the label paper between the recycling rollers. Label conveyor belt, there is an opening push rod underneath. Push the recycling roller shaft out to open automatically. Place the label paper between the recycling rollers. Press recycle roller shaft to close. The label paper passes over fixed roller C. Step 4. Load the label paper onto the recycling roller. First, pull out the recycling roller fixing rod. The label paper is manually wound around the recycling roller. Hold the label paper with one hand. Insert the fixing rod back with one hand. Note, fixing rod needs to be aligned with the groove on the recovery roller. Check to make sure it is inserted all the way. After the label paper roll is installed, open the labeling station setting interface. Press forward to check that the label roll can run scrolling. Labeling station installation completed. Discharging station, installation steps, explained. This is the discharging station. There is a groove at the bottom of the discharging conveyor belt. There is a rod here on the packaging machine. Snap the slot at the bottom of the conveyor belt onto the rod. This way, it's already stuck. After buckling, tighten the screws on both sides. The overall packaging machine looks like this after it is installed.